Europe is a continent with many different leagues and teams. With nearly 50 countries, this seems quite self-explanatory. However, many people have very little knowledge outside of the big leagues. For me, the smaller nations and leagues have always been more interesting than the bigger ones. Bulgaria is one of those nations, with historic clubs such as Levski and CSKA Sofia, and more recently, a new dominant force who caught the attention, Ludogorets Razgrad. The rise of the Orlite, or in English Eagles, will be the topic of this video, detailing the story of this club. Most people nowadays think of Ludogorets when they think of Bulgarian football. The meteoric rise of the team from Razgrad has seen them quickly become the dominant force in Bulgarian football. But let's start all the way from the beginning and work our way towards the eventual domination of Bulgaria. In 1945, several teams from Razgrad and the surrounding towns merged to found PFC Ludogorets Razgrad. For most of this team's history, they played on the lower levels of Bulgarian football. Razgrad is a small city in the northeast of Bulgaria. It currently has just over 30,000 people, making it the 29th largest town of the country. In comparison, Sofia has nearly 1.3 million people. Like most of Bulgaria, Razgrad is experiencing a population decline, with people leaving for cities such as Sofia, as mentioned before, and Plovdiv, or leaving to study or work abroad. Furthermore, Razgrad also has a sizable Turkish community. Approximately 20% of the town's population is from Turkish descent. The big turnaround for Ludogorets came in 2010. The club at the time was playing in the second division of Bulgaria. They were bought by Bulgarian pharmaceutical entrepreneur Kirill Domyshev. His aim was clear: taking Ludogorets to the top division and making them the biggest team in the country. In 1999, Kirill Domyshev launched his own pharmaceutical company, establishing Huve Pharma. Over the years, Huve Pharma constantly progressed to become a global pharmaceutical company focused on developing, manufacturing and marketing of human and veterinary medicine products. The company now owns production sites located in Bulgaria, the United States and Italy. He currently has a net worth of around $1 billion. The 2010-11 season was the first season with the backing of Domyshev. This immediately proved to be a success. Ludogorets convincingly won promotion to the highest division of Bulgaria. Historically, Bulgarian football had been dominated by the teams from the capital, Sofia. In the early days, Slavia Sofia was the biggest team. They won 7 of their 8 league titles before the end of the Second World War. Their last league title came in 1996. The two other obvious teams are Levski and CSKA Sofia. CSKA Sofia, the more successful of the two, with 31 titles. Depending on who you ask though, there is a complicated history with backstory, financial troubles. A very Eastern European problem. Due to some complicated financial issues, they have struggled as of recently as well. Levski have won the Bulgarian league 26 times. They are the last of the big two Sofia teams to win the league before Ludogorets, with a title in 2009. Currently, they are struggling severely due to financial troubles, having to sell all their biggest players recently. The last team worth mentioning is Litex Lovech, who won the league in 2010 and 2011. They had a similar story and rise to Ludogorets, but went bankrupt and had to start over again on a lower level. They are now currently playing in the second division of Bulgaria. Commonly, when a team gets promoted to the first division for the very first time in its history, they are up against it. Not Ludogorets though. Their first ever season in the highest division, they won the domestic treble. Their second title was a more closely contested fight, however. On the final day of the season, Ludogorets had to beat the already relegated Montana, and hope that Slavia Sofia would prevent Levski from winning their match. In the last minutes of the Levski-Slavia match, Levski conceded an own goal, which subsequently led to a 1-1 draw, allowing Ludogorets to win their second championship title in dramatic fashion. The following 7 seasons, Ludogorets managed to win the league title, with little to no resistance from the other teams. Also, due to the fact that financial problems are quite a common appearance for clubs in Bulgaria, such as mentioned before with Levski and CSKA. They are not as successful in the domestic cup, however, only winning the cup twice. The last time was in 2014. They are still in the cup this season, so they might get another one soon. The last time they played in the final was 2017, but they eventually lost to Botev Plovdiv. They have known little success in Europe as well, making the Champions League group stages twice. In 2015 they were in a group of Real Madrid, Basel and Liverpool. They won at home to Basel but were knocked out in 4th place. In 2017 they got in a group with PSG, Arsenal and again Basel. They drew with Basel twice and 2-2 away at Paris Saint-Germain, which is a very impressive result to be fair. This placed them in 3rd, getting them into the Europa League, where they lost in the round of 32 against Copenhagen. The furthest they ever got in a European competition was in 2013-14. They made it until the round of 16 of the Europa League, finishing first in a group with PSV, Dinamo Zagreb and Chernomorets Odessa. In the round of 32 they knocked out Lazio. Valencia was a bridge too far, however, in the round of 16. Ludogorets will be the dominant force in Bulgaria for many years to come. There is no club that can fight their dominance at this moment. CSKA Sofia are the closest contenders at the moment, but after 22 games they are 9 points behind. The 10th straight league title for Ludogorets seems inevitable. However, CSKA Sofia have a different and interesting story as well, recently appointing Alan Pardew as their technical director. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to be releasing more in-depth football stories about players, clubs, derbies and fans in the near future. Please consider subscribing if you like this content, and it would be much appreciated if you give this video a like. I hope to see you in the next one.